This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa, and here are this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall have DOTR Undersecretary for Road, Transport and Infrastructure Mark De Leon with insights into the Child Safety in Motor Vehicles law. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on who has the right of way when there is no stop line on the main road. This week's Payong Chuper is regarding the impropriety of playing loud music in PUVs. The public service segment shall have the reaction on the preferred ending number in motor vehicle plates. Showcase this week shall have the midsize SUV from Isuzu, the MUX RZ4E AT Blue Power. While for race weekend, we'll have the highlights of the 24th AAP Motorsport Awards held at the World Trade Center.
All these, plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us!
Designed to get back from any adventure. Every day without fail. Being tough is not enough, so we keep testing. In the pursuit of ultimate toughness and reliability, the new Strada, engineered beyond tough.
Drive your ambition, Mitsubishi Motors.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Here are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. The Society of Philippine Motoring Journalists, or SPMJ, recently staged another SPMJ Forum centering on the government's Build, Build, Build program. The group conducts regular forums in an effort to enlighten the public on the latest issues, programs, and projects related to transportation.
The most recent staging of SPMJ Forum was attended by relevant transport officials such as Secretary Mark Villar of the Department of Public Works and Highways, Mr. Luigi Bautista, President and General Manager of NLEX Corporation, and its SVP for Communication and Stakeholder Management, Attorney Junji Kimbo, who also served as the panelist.
This forum hosted by the Motoring Bit is really a good opportunity for us to communicate to the motorists because we have active expressways that are operational at the moment. And apart from that, we also have projects that are ongoing. This forum that we have is an opportunity for us to explain all of these projects, explain the features, and also explain when these projects will come on stream.
For his part, Secretary Villar shared an overview of the projects that are under the program. The Secretary highlighted that there's a number of ongoing projects, not just in Metro Manila, but across the country as well.
Yes, thank you. I'm always glad to take this opportunity to enlighten I'm sure all your readers and all your listeners, all your followers that about the projects. And rest assured, we're really working hard to make sure that these projects are finished at the soonest possible time because we know how much the people are starved to have these projects finished. So we're working really hard.
Meanwhile, Attorney Kimbo gave insights and updates on the newly opened NLEX Harbor Link, Segment 10 from Karuhatan, Valenzuela City to C3 Road in Caloocan City.
Projects under the Build program include toll roads, railways, bridges, airports, among others. Meanwhile, the government has said that the Subic-Clark Railway project with China is up and ready this year.
DOTR Undersecretary TJ Batan gave updates on the development of the Subic-Clark Railway project and said that the department is now ready with the bidding documents and drawings have already been completed.
Ang Subic-Clark po ay ready po tayo ng ating bidding documents. Ang drawings po natin ay kumpleto na at meron lang po tayong mga tinatapos na documentation kasama po ang China. So once po na ma-finalize yung documentation na yan, alinsunod po dun sa ating mga proseso na napagkasunduan from the very beginning, ay mag-uumpisa na po ang ating procurement para po sa Subic-Clark Railway.
Undersecretary Batan added that the department has also received the shortlist of qualified contractors from China with the help of their consultant.
Natanggap na po natin ang shortlist of 3 qualified contractors mula po sa China. Ang tumulong po sa atin dyan ay yung atin pong consultant mula sa ADB, yung OV Arrow po. Yan po yung isang dahilan kung bakit po napabilis natin yung proyektong yan.
The Subic-Clark Railway is part of the PNR Luzon System Development Framework. Originally, the train system is intended for cargo to maximize the use of the Subic port, though there's also possibility that it could carry passengers as well.
The Subic-Clark Railway is seen to reduce Metro Manila traffic by helping in the development of Region 3 as a new growth center. Continuing, just like in the past few years as Holy Week approaches, the Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation, or MPTC, prepares for the influx of motorists traversing their expressways. Through the Safe Trip Mo, Sagot Ko Motorist Assistance Program, the MPTC ensures safe and comfortable travel for the public this busy season.
The MPTC will be implementing the SMSK Motorist Assistance Program along NLEX, SCTEX, and Cavitex.
We're activating our SMSK or Safe Trip Mo, Sagot Ko. This is the activation of NLEX Corporation and also the group activation MPTC, the Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation. This is our motorist assistance program whenever there is an important holiday where we expect motorists to be using the expressway.
During this period, MPTC will strengthen and expand their services to closely monitor and manage the expected high volume of vehicles in certain areas.
Holy Week, as you know, will start specifically Holy Wednesday. That's when we expect motorists to be going out of town, going to the provinces. So we normally see an increase in traffic volume. And this motorist program is intended to make sure that we are ready to handle the increase in traffic volume.
MPTC and partners will also set up SMSK motorist camps and provide free calls, Wi-Fi, drinking water, basic mechanic services, and first aid treatment in designated locations.
We call it help desk, where the motorist can go and get assistance. So in those help desks, there are medical assistants. We also have mechanics. We also offer 24-hour free towing up to the nearest exit. We have also partnered with Smart and PLDT, so they will provide Wi-Fi and also telephone services during this period. So all of this can be found in most of the toll service facilities.
Moreover, the MPTC will deploy more traffic patrol officers and security personnel to manage the traffic and assist motorists.
The Safe Trip Mo, Sagot Ko Motorist Assistance Program of the MPTC is also implemented during selected long weekends, All Saints' Day, and the Christmas season. This is to ensure smooth travel and that the expressways are more accessible for the motorists during the said seasons. And finally, the Metro Manila Council, or MMC, has agreed to deputize MMDA personnel to implement local government units' traffic management code or ordinance regarding anti-jaywalking. More teams will soon be enforcing the anti-jaywalking policy in Metro Manila.
Presently, the MMDA has its own anti-jaywalking policy, with teams enforcing the rule. Violators are issued citation tickets with corresponding 500 pesos fine. Jaywalkers have an option to pay the fine or render community service. Now, with the deputization of the MMDA anti-jaywalking groups, they can apprehend jaywalking violators not only on major roads in the metro, but also on roads listed as mabuhay lanes. These MMDA personnel will undergo seminar to familiarize them of the LGU's respective ordinances concerning anti-jaywalking.
Metro Manila mayors have yet to sign the approved resolution and publish it to major newspapers before implementation. Those are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Here's Ray Louie.
Republic Act 11229, or the Child Safety in Motor Vehicles Act, which was signed and approved by President Rodrigo Duterte in February, mandates the use of child car seats, prohibits children below 12 years old from seating in the front seat, and requires children to be accompanied by adults when inside a private vehicle. In this week's Motoring Forum, we have DOTR Undersecretary for Road Transport and Infrastructure, Mark De Leon, to further discuss and give insights on the ins and outs of the said law.
Undersecretary De Leon started by citing that according to the Philippine Statistics Authority, there are 23 road crashes fatalities daily, and 4 out of those are children aged 0 to 19. This alarmed the Congress, hence the creation of the Child Safety in Motor Vehicles Act, which aims to ensure the safety of the children while traveling. Moreover, there have been several studies that state that although parents could potentially shield or protect their children, it is better if the car is equipped with child car seats.
Alam naman natin yung mga bata napaka-limited ng kanilang physical development. Sinasabi ng iba, paano naman yung magulang karga-karga niya yung bata? Baka pwede na yon, hindi na kailangan bumili ng child seat. Pero sa ating pag-aaral and sa pag-aaral sa ibang bansa, lalong-lalo na sa United Nations, mas vulnerable yung ating mga kabataan when it comes to road crashes. Yung kanilang physical development is very limited, kaya naman nirarapat ng itong bagong batas na kailangan naka-child seat sila and bawal din sila sa harapan umupo.
Undersecretary De Leon discussed the different child restraint systems, which will be according to the child's age.
Kapag sanggol po siya, parang cradle po yung child seat, and kapag medyo edad 9 years old to 12 years old, yung booster seat. So depende po sa edad ng bata, kailangan nating malaman kung ano yung requirement do sa batas.
The DOTR and its technical working group will further study the said act and prepare its implementing rules and regulations prior to its implementation after a year. Here are the following standards that the DOTR TWG is working on.
Children below 12 years old, yung hindi allowed sumakay sa harap. Tapos children which is 4 feet and 11 inches below, hindi rin po pwedeng sumakay sa harap ng sasakyan, and kailangan nga silang umupo ng child seats. Also, bawal din na mag-isa yung bata sa loob ng sasakyan. So kapag nakabukas na yung sasakyan and or i-park mo yung sasakyan, hindi mo pwedeng iiwan yung bata unattended.
In addition, since the Child Safety in Motor Vehicles Act only applies on private vehicles as of now, the DOTR will also be looking into imposing it to public utility vehicles.
After ng pag-aaral ng DOTR, pwede nating mag-impose ng regulations, for example, for taxi or yung mga TNVS natin. So pwede tayong mag-impose ng regulations after nating pag-aralan itong batas na to. So bibigyan tayo ng panahon para makapag-come up with measures and suggestion paano natin i-impose in other modes of public transportation.
That was Yusek Mark De Leon on facts regarding Republic Act 11229 or the Child Safety in Motor Vehicles Act here on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Make the tough drive a luxurious pleasure. Montero Sport, the sophisticated SUV.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today. We now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines.
If you're on the main road at kung nasa stopline ka na, bigyang daan ang mga sasakyang galing sa lane na walang stopline. As seen on the animation, the blue car has the right of way. Keep this in mind to avoid meeting accidents on the road.
More motoring tips for you here on Motoring Today. Proper driver's demeanor while behind the wheel from Mitsubishi Motors Philippines.
Mayong chopper lang kaibigan, ako si Daniel Villegas, isang kapwa new chopper. Iwasan po natin ang pagpatugtog ng sobrang lakas ng musika sa ating sakyan, lalo na habang ito'y tumatakbo sa daan.
Dapat nating malaman na ang pagpapatugtog ng loud music sa loob ng sasakyan, pampasahero man ito o pribado, ay di lamang nakakapwerhisyo. Ito rin ay delikado. Kapag tayo ay nagpapatugtog ng malakas, ito ay nagdudulot ng ingay at nakakaabala rin sa ibang tao. Ang atensyon natin ay nababaling sa musika at hindi sa pagmamaneho natin. At kung tayo ay distracted, hindi tayo alerto sa mga nangyayari sa ating kapaligiran. Kapag ito ang nangyari, di lamang ikaw ang madidisgrasya, pati na rin ang ibang motorista.
Kaya palaging tandaan, habang tayo ay nagmamaneho, lagi tayong alisto sa ating paligid. Ito po si Daniel Villegas, payong chopper lang, kaibigan mula sa isang kapwa new chopper.
Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Designed to get back from any adventure. Every day without fail. Being tough is not enough, so we keep testing. In the pursuit of ultimate toughness and reliability, the new Strada, engineered beyond tough.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Continuing, we now welcome you to Motoring Today's World of Motorsports. We start with the latest news and developments. Another huge field of entries showed up for the Leg 2 of the 2019 Philippine Rallycross Series held at its regular venue at the Pradera Verde in Lubao, Pampanga. Many regulars continue to occupy the podium finishes, although new faces managed to break into the top 3 list on the timesheets. In the daytime Round 3 heats up for Group 1, Choi Mabuhay beat Tiger Espino to earn the top spot. Louis Camacho again topped Group 2. Paul Santos got the upper hand in Group 3 and Group 4. Charlie Cruz topped the open class in the daytime runs. Jerome David was the best in the UV class. Aldrich Garcia in the all-wheel drive class, and June Magno in the rear-wheel drive class. In the nighttime Round 4, Tiger got back on the top of the podium in Group 1. Groups 2 and 3 saw the same people on the top of the podium as daytime run, Louis and Paul. Group 4 again had Paul in first. Charlie topped the open class once more. Marco Subido emerged on top of the UV class in the Round 4. Alex Garcia did the same in the all-wheel drive class. Cody Lang was the big winner in the third round of the 2019 Togi Battle Series. One of the up-and-coming youngsters in local motorsports, Cody emerged on top of both the regular and economy classes after several rounds of lead and head-to-head duels at the Batangas Racing Circuit, earning him the title of Togi King of the third round. The other big winner is Chris Ho, who topped the Race 1 category and recorded the fastest lap of the day. Other winners include Kyle Hizon, who topped the Bantam class, Zeb Mendoza in the Premium class, Franz Gao in the Turbo Plus class, Ron Insha, the Prestige class, Topher Esguerra, the Race 3 category, Carl Vicencio, Race 2 category, and Zarina Vicencio in the Ladies class. Former Vios Cup overall champion Daniel Miranda immediately made his presence felt in his debut racing for Eurosport Asia at the first leg of the TCR Asia Series held at the Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia. Driving a Hyundai i30, Miranda started from P9 but finished 6th overall and second among Asian drivers in Race 1. He did even better in Race 2, starting from the front row and crossing the finish line as 2nd overall and first among Asian drivers. Daniel will be looking to land back on podium when the TCR Asia Series continues at the Zhuhai International Circuit in China on May 3 to 5. More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today as we now give you Race Weekend. This week's Race Weekend feature does not take us to the racetrack or parking lot race course, but to the World Trade Center. But it's a World Trade Center that for one memorable night is filled with motorsports champions. We were there to witness the Automobile Association Philippines honoring the champions of various motorsports series of 2018. We're here in World Trade Center in Pasay City for the prestigious 24th AAP Motorsports Awards Night. Let's go check it out. The World Trade Center for the past few years, it has become the home track for motorsports champions of the past year, being honored by the Automobile Association Philippines. AAP, of course, is the local affiliate of the FIA, which governs motorsports events from karting to F1 all over the world. And at this time of every year for 2 decades now, the AAP recognizes the achievements of local motorsports champions of various disciplines that it sanctions and oversees as local member and representative of the FIA. And those represented the country well in motorsports events outside the country. For one glorious and fun night, we get to see local motorsports champions, not in their usual racing suits, balaclavas, and helmets, but in black tie suits. All together for one night to celebrate the past year of motorsports. It's the 24th AAP Annual Motorsports Awards Night, much awaited by those who worked hard on and off the track to be the best in respective racing disciplines and to earn the much-sought title Driver of the Year. One by one, the 2018 Drivers of the Year are called to the stage to receive their plaques and trophies. Slalom, Medardo Emilio Rivera. Karting, John Dizon. Drag Racing, January Millet. Rallycross, Raymond Dimapilis. 4x4 Off-Road Pro, Edison Dunca. 4x4 Off-Road Production, Bomvet Santos. Also recognized during the Motorsports Awards Night are the class champions of various events and series sanctioned by the AAP. Champions of the MSDP National Gymkhana, Estefano Rivera. First Step Racing Cup, Julian Neri. Vios Cup Season 5, Jose Dominic Ochoa. Flat Out Race Series Grid Overall Champion, Rafael Lao. Philippine Endurance Challenge, Team Auto Performance. Slalom Novice Class, Pawi Base. Slalom Front Wheel Class, Carlos Inigo Anton. Slalom Rear Wheel and Overall Class, Medardo Emilio Rivera. Asian Karting Open Championship Mini ROK Class, Johnny Suba. Asian Karting Open Championship Junior Class, Bianca Denise Bustamante. Philippine Grand Touring Championship GT 150 Class, Catherine Villar. Philippine Grand Touring Championship GT 200 Class, Edwin Rodriguez. Formula V1 Amateur Class, Juicy Hoyka. Formula V1 Pro Class, Luis Gono. Philippine Rally 2018, June Magno and Stefan Alunan. Among the biggest winners of the awards night, one who brought home the most number of trophies is Milo Rivera. I am now here with one of the big winners of the 24th annual AAP Motorsports Awards Night, Mr. Milo Rivera. Hi, Milo.
Hi, nice to see you again. It's like this is a traditional already for the two of us.
It's great to see you win those handful of awards. Can you give us your thoughts on very memorable 2018 of yours?
Well, it was such a roller coaster year for us. A lot of people were able to witness that. We were having a lot of difficulties, as mentioned during previous interviews. We were having a lot of difficult times. But at the end of the day, at the end of the year, we made it through. We still emerged victorious and we're very happy and blessed with that. But I guess with 2018, the same thing with the previous years. I guess this title just goes to show that motorsports is not just about the driver. It's about the whole team. It's about everybody working hard towards achieving one goal. So I have to credit the crew for this, the people behind the car, because it's unavoidable that there will be problems with the car, but with their relentless dedication, they were able to make it through it. Eventually, during the racetrack, the next races, we were able to come back and start winning again. The primary goal this year is to start competing in circuit races, time to go back to the racetrack, both nationally and internationally, hopefully. Depends on what's in store for us, but we're very optimistic with what's to come. But at the same time, I can never get rid of the fact that slalom and autocross will still be my home. With the Starlet still right around the corner, ready to pounce whenever needed, it's just going to be there. We will be racing some slalom races, no doubt about that. Expect us for some of the slalom and autocross events. Although won't be as much as the previous years, but we'll be there. But also take a look at the Honda Civic sometime for our circuit races. So a lot of things to look forward to, but hopefully nonetheless we still emerge as champions wherever we go.
So how much do you miss your routine weekly of preparing races for each discipline? Let's say the autocross and the slalom. I'm sure you're very fond of preparing and actually doing work every weekend for these kinds of leagues. So how much do you miss it?
Well, to be honest, I don't really miss it much because even though some of the races aren't happening yet, to be honest, with the circuit racing season still starting a little bit longer, it might look as if we're resting, but the preparation still continues. We probably had some breaks during the Christmas season, but once probably Feb or March kicked in, we were starting to prepare every single week again. Probably not as much because of the slalom races before compared to the circuit races we're about to go through now, but the routine, the preparation, the so-called tradition we go through every single time still remains. So to me, it's nothing new. It's just more of where we'll be racing. So I'm very happy with what we do and we keep on continuing it and be optimistic, as I say.
Okay, lastly, can you tell the viewers who you would like to thank for your handful of victories here tonight? The camera is yours.
Well, definitely all praise and glory to God for all of this. Not just my success in motorsports, but my success all throughout life. But to keep it within motorsports, I guess we also have my family who've been doing so much for the career I have right now, for my brother as well. Also, the sponsors who've been doing all their best to make sure that they get their brand out through the performance we have, which we also try to reciprocate through results. So we're very happy with that. And definitely the men and women behind the race car. As I said, motorsports is not a one-man sport, it's a whole team sport. Although the driver gets most of the recognition, I do believe at some point they have to get the right full amount of recognition as well. Because what people only see is what I drive, but what people don't see is this preparation that takes place before the race itself. So all kudos to the team for relentless passion, dedication, making sure that what they do, which is so routine, they still continue to love what they're doing. And because they love what they're doing, they get the job done perfectly.
Congratulations, Milo. With Milo Rivera concentrating on circuit races, the way is open for others to take on the mantle of Slalom King and Autocross Champion. One contender is Milo's brother, Stefano Rivera, who also received an award as MSDP National Gymkhana Overall Champion. I'm here with Stefano Rivera. Hi, Stefano. Can you tell us a little more about, another year of growth, another year of experience? How do you feel about this awards night right now?
Well, of course, first of all, I want to thank AAP for there's so many racing disciplines. So it's just a success for bringing them together and awarding them, all of them. So yeah, last year I got this award at MSDP Gymkhana. It's a great blessing, to add to my resume, and yeah, it's a great experience.
This is 2019 right now. What are you most looking forward to?
Well, 2019, of course, slalom. I'm a race slalom this year in autocross full time. So hopefully I do well there, and also V1 actually. Just recently our team boss said I'll be racing for V1. So I really hope, of course, I want to do well, I want to win. But of course I want to be safe also. So those are my 3 targets for this year.
You've grown leaps and bounds from 2018 to 2019. How are your preparations different from last year to this year?
Well, actually, they're not really that different because last year I was joining Vios Cup, so circuit, then I was also joining slalom, so 2 different disciplines, and sometimes I get it's really hard to confuse, but I guess, of course, you have to prepare physically, mentally, keep on exercising, keep on visualizing the tracks, everything, but for me, the most important of them all is to make sure your car is ready, because even how ready you are, and the car's not, you have nothing to run. So yeah, I guess more track time off the racetrack with the car. So
okay. Lastly, can you would you like to thank the people behind your success for the year 2018? Camera's yours.
I have a lot to thank. I might miss out, but of course, first of all, I want to thank my main sponsors, my parents, my family, who constantly support me, as I said, throughout my racing career. Even my brother. It's really a very successful race car driver. We've been helping each other out from circuit to slalom. Of course, and for Vios Cup, I want to thank Mr. Cosco Oben, my main sponsor. for supporting me also this year for V1 as I will join his team, and hopefully I can do well for him and get the crown for V1.
Also seen as a contender for the title Milo is content to give up this year is the teenage phenom Inigo Anton, also an awardee that night. I'm here with all year-round interviewee, Mr. Inigo Anton, to tell us about his thoughts on tonight's awards night. Hi Anton, can you just give the viewers an idea of what went through your overall 2018 racing experience?
So basically, it was a really fun ride. We did so many races, like we can't even count how many. We were just like back and forth from Baguio, and it was really fun. So basically, we did 3 championships, slalom, all-cross, and we joined some events in rallycross. So basically, after winning in 2017 in slalom, the Novice Championship, we also wanted to push through with the overall and front wheel. So that was our main goal. And we also wanted to try and venture out to like autocross and rallycross. So during the slalom, we got closer and closer, but eventually Milo, of course, 5-time slalom king already, still beat us, and he's still very good. I'm still trying to learn from him. So we were able to get the runner-up, and I was also able to get the front wheel drive in slalom. In autocross, on the other hand, I was able to get novice, and then I came in 3rd place overall, next to my dad who was 2nd, and of course Milo again. So also in rallycross, we just wanted to try and venture because I've never been in a rallycross track and I never tried dirt. So it was just like to dip my feet in it and just try it out. And I had some 2nd places there and there, so hopefully we'll try also this year, like to continue the rallycross.
Okay, so we saw you grow, improve, develop all year round. How much did you learn from your 2018 campaign?
Oh, like comparing it from the end of 2017 to the end of 2018, it was like the biggest leap I've ever had. It molded me, it like motivated me to do better and everything. And like, I just like the training I had to do and like all the focus mentally, physically I had to do. It was a really big leap, and I'm really proud of what I achieved in 2018, and I hope I could do the same this 2019. Oh, well, for autocross, actually, we already started. We're actually running 1 and 2 with my dad. So we're looking forward to try and go for the overall this year for autocross. And we're also looking at, of course, Rally of Champions by MP Turbo. So because last year we were also able to win. I won the future division while my dad won the present. So hopefully we can also achieve the same feat now. And I'm just looking forward to many more races to come. And also we're looking at circuit races, so yeah.
Among the champions recognized during the awards night was a female who bested everyone in her class in circuit racing, a class which had males in the majority.
I'm very happy to represent, of course, yung female group. I'm happy na merong female na nakakakuha ng championship. Actually, I started pretty late in racing. Challenges, siguro, to compete with majority male is actually a challenge in itself. So they're very, very competitive. So mahirap being a female in the pack. So I think yun yung pinaka-challenge for me.
Starting late in racing, Kathy stressed the importance of having a really good coach and in devoting time for training and practice.
I think it's very essential and important that you have a really good coach. So actually, yung first race ko is actually back of the grid ako. As in, pinakahuli ako. So from being the last to the first, so Chinaga, I really devoted time to train and practice.
Kathy banners the female flag and is hoping to get more women to be in motorsports this year. In recognizing the achievements of the Drivers of the Year and the class champions of different racing events and series, the AAP was also celebrating the continuing growth of local motorsports from the grassroots level to the higher levels of motorsports. One such series that raises the level of local motorsports competition is the Formula V1, whose pro-class champion is Luis Gono.
So definitely, yung lineup nitong Formula V1, it's an all-star lineup, you know. The grid was composed of champions from different categories, and talaga on my part, being one of the youngest competitors there, I really had to step up. So, you know, talaga practice yon over and over, and we had to get some help from Japan, Car Factory I. So thank you to them, kasi kung wala sila, we might not have done this. So I'm very thankful for this prize, kasi the hard work of the whole team, not just myself, it really paid off in the end.
Luis humbly admits that racing is anybody's game and that you ain't a winner until you get the award.
Sa racing, it's really anybody's game. Kasi kahit sabihin mo you're the fastest or you're the most experienced driver, anything can happen. So in racing, you have to push until the last second. Until nag-checkered flag, hanggat di mo pa nakuha yung award, hindi ka pa panalo. And you have a chance to win.
Luis took also the opportunity to express his gratitude to AAP and TRS, who are thriving to keep motorsports alive in the country and played a big role on what he has achieved in his career now.
I'd really like to thank the AAP kasi they've really been pushing towards developing motorsports in the Philippines, and I really see a lot of new faces, and that makes me happy on my part kasi I want to see racing, thrive in the Philippines. Thank you also to JP Tuason kasi TRS, they're the ones organizing the Vios Cup, Formula V1. They're also really pushing hard to bring back motorsports into the Philippines, and I see a good future because of them. So thank you to them.
The AAP Awards Night drives local motorsports forward, and the beneficiaries of this are the young drivers taking their first steps into racing, like 11-year-old Seven Aleman, who placed third in the First Step Racing Cup of 2018.
Yeah, when I was like 1, I really started to like cars, so my dad told me about this racing, so he let me into it. Now I am here. It's fun. First, it's like it's terrifying. It's really kind of scary, but if you get used to it, it's gonna be fun. I'm thanking AAP for letting me into their motorsports, that I can join their competition and their other events. And I'm thanking organizers. If without the organizers, this wouldn't happen.
The atmosphere at the 24th AAP Motorsports Awards, despite the black tie formality, reflected much of the atmosphere in most racing events, where camaraderie, fun, enjoyment prevailed amidst excitement and the adrenaline rush of good competition. And that does it for our coverage of the 24th Annual AAP Motorsport Awards Night. Be sure to check us out next week for more Race Weekend. Now that the Black Tie Awards Night is over, we can't wait to go back to the track to witness more of the exciting races, see the racers back in proper racing suits, and record their performances and results that will lead some back to the night when they don the formal wear and be recognized for their achievements for the year 2019. That's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
drive a luxurious pleasure. Montero Sport, the sophisticated SUV.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Suzuki All-New Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-New Ertiga debut.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
The Manila International Auto Show, or MIAS, marked its 15th year of opening its door to the public as a premier automotive expo. With the theme Experience Fun and Function, the 2019 MIAS was held at the World Trade Center in Pasay City on April 4 to 7. Just like the past years, this year's MIAS showcased the latest products and innovations from the local automotive industry. It also provided a perfect venue for visitors to immerse in various auto and motor-related activities.
We have a lot of brands. I guess there are too many to name, but we have most brands available in the market right now. And aside from the car brands, we also have commercial vehicle brands and truck brands, as well as aftermarket parts and services.
The major highlight of the 15th MIAS was the big launches and display from a number of car makers and manufacturers. AutoNation Group officially launched and previewed the all-new Jeep Compass.
Over the last few years, we have only been bringing a few ranges like the Wrangler and the Grand Cherokee into the Filipino market. With the Jeep brand moving into the city driving arena globally, we are proud to bring back the all-new Compass with the Trailhawk version, firstly launched in Philippines today. Over the next couple of months, we will be bringing a whole new range of Jeep Compass with different trims and variances into the country, which will suit the Filipino market exceptionally well.
Meanwhile, MG Philippines displayed 3 models which are also available for test drive: MG ZS crossover SUV, the MG RX-5 compact SUV, and the MG6 fastback sedan. The event also served as the culminating venue for MG Philippines' ongoing free concert series, MG Live.
We're really very excited to present a very new brand of ours, which is MG in the Philippines. We introduced it 6 months ago, and today in MIAS, we're really formally showing it to the public, everything that we have shown the past 6 months. But today, we're going to present the MG6, which is our very exciting new car for MG. And of course, for everybody to understand what MG stands for here in the Philippines.
Moreover, Hyundai Asia Resources Inc. also displayed its lineup of latest products including the all-new Reyna, Palisade, and Kona.
We are so privileged to be showcasing 2 of our newest models of Hyundai here, and it is because of the theme of MIAS this year is Experience, the Fun and Function. The reason why we called it Hyundai Rockology is a combination of rock and technology, and that's what Hyundai is really all about. Delivering new experience to the customers, delivering new technology so that, like with our latest 2 new models, we just launched the Hyundai Palisade, the first largest SUV of Hyundai.
Kia Philippines launched their newest models, the Stinger GT and the Forte GT.
The Kia Forte is what we call a C segment, a compact sedan. Technically, it's called the C segment. So it's a medium-sized sedan, and it can be used by executives or businessmen for their everyday car use. The beautiful thing about this is that it's not just performance, because it's full-size. You can have 4 or 5 people in the car, apart from the driver, so your family can stay with you. It can be your everyday car. It's very comfortable. The sound system is impeccable. So you can talk even at high volumes because its 15-speaker sound system gives you that benefit. So whether in traffic, or on a fast ride on a Sunday morning, like I did, that's the car for you.
Suzuki Philippines highlighted the all-new Jimny, the 7-seater Ertiga, Swift, Desire, and the Vitara. Meanwhile, Subaru Philippines unveiled the XV GT Edition.
We're very excited that we are one of the countries to be able to see first the XV GT. It's an upgraded version of the XV IS EyeSight, so you get all of the 4 core technologies of Subaru. And then you also get a wraparound body kit, some additional features, leather seats. It's a very sporty look. And just for a minimal increase in price, you get a very, very sporty, rugged, and sexy XV.
Apart from the car launches and displays, other partners were also present during the event. Back in the Philippine Islands offered exclusive auto loan deals at the event.
For the Manila International Auto Show, every borrower who applies for a car loan will be entitled to a free insurance, a free chattel mortgage free, we have free gas cards as well. And of course, we have our very, very low rates. We're one of the first to offer auto financing to anybody who wants to have their own dream car. And we are making this possible through various financing options. And of course, we're the first again to bring you the free insurance. And only for this auto show, we're giving away free chattel mortgage fee as well.
CTEC and PIAA also displayed a roster of their products, which are mostly accessories and equipment for cars.
Today in MIAS, well this weekend in MIAS, we're promoting the new horns of PIAA or PIA, and also the new LED bulbs that we released. And also, we have CTEC for car battery chargers. For the show, we launched the PIA Auto Horn. That's our new affordable horns for the cars. And also the Hyper Aros LED bulbs, also from PIA. These are also the more affordable LED lamps.
Also joining the list of exhibitors was Concept One Wheels, which showcased their latest offerings, including the Black Rhino wheels and other quality products.
We always showcase what we have for the latest products that we have for Concept One, Black Rhino, Nito tires, and we all constantly update with what we're promoting. This year, we're promoting the overlanding lifestyle. Other than just wheels and tires, we have the camping equipment so that families can enjoy the kind of lifestyle that's away from your screens. It's fun. Our country has 7,100 islands to go trekking and adventure.
AC Delco is a GM brand, it's a General Motors brand. Basically in the United States, it's been there for 100 years and it has over 37 product groups ranging from suspension, filters, lubricants, batteries. But here in the Philippines, it is known to be just a battery brand. Okay, but right now we are bringing AC Delco with filters, suspension parts, batteries, lubricants, some fluids, wiper blades, not just for Chevrolet cars, not just for GM cars, but we are having it for Hyundai, Toyota, Isuzu, Honda, and Ford. So basically, it's an aftermarket brand for those cars, but with a quality that is of OE quality.
Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation recently celebrated its 1 million unit sales milestone this year. The company has been operating for over 55 straight years in the country. A According to MMPC, this success is attributed to the unwavering commitment of its employees, dealers, suppliers, and Filipino customers. According to the MMPC, the Mirage, Montero Sport, and the Expander brought in most unit sales.
The most contributor for the sales volume is Mirage and Montero Sport. And last year, also new Expander. That is the highest volume contributor for us to reaching the volume. 1 million unit was the Mirage. When hitting the 1 million, that was the Mirage Hatch GLX MT. That was number 1 million.
MMPC said they are proud to have reached this milestone despite the challenges the company faced in the past year with regard to the train law.
Train law introduced January last year. Since then, the market volume was reduced. That is because of simply the excise tax was increased for the Mirage segment and the Montero Sport segment. However, before the year 1917, it was reaching 470,000 units for annual volume because of the before train law. So when looking at the 2017 and 2018, still quite big volume increase compared with 2016. So train law is a one-time shock, but in the same time, that is increasing the consumer income because of income tax was reduced. So not always bad, not always good. So in the constantly will be the good for the future because of the income tax reduction.
The Society of Philippine Motoring Journalists, or the SPMJ, held the 3rd Driven to Serve Awards night at the Palms Country Club in Alabang.
Driven to Serve Awards, and we are now in our 3rd year. It's an initiative of the Society of Philippine Motoring Journalists to recognize outstanding corporate social responsibility programs of the auto manufacturers and distributors here in Manila. It's not just the act of recognizing what they do, it is also the fact that all of these programs, all of these projects do not get publicity because auto manufacturers do not publicize what they do for the communities and for the forest. So this is our advocacy that we would like to inspire other corporations to also invest in corporate social responsibility programs.
Aiming to acknowledge the most outstanding corporate social responsibility, or CSR, projects among the local car manufacturers and importers, the Driven to Serve Awards gathered a total of 15 entries submitted by 9 auto manufacturers and importers, including Honda, Isuzu, Toyota, Ford, Mitsubishi, and Volkswagen. The categories were divided into 4, namely education and training, environment, community development, and road safety. The entries were carefully judged by 6 notable and distinguished personalities from the business, academe, and transportation sectors who served as the panel of judges.
Our Car of the Week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. A car that has modern and tough design, a fuel-efficient engine, and reliable features. That is the Isuzu MU-X RZ4E Blue Power. Watch this. That was the 2019 Isuzu MU-X RZ4E Blue Power, complete with an engine and other powerful features that ensure a good drive. Our featured vehicle here on Showcase courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
The things that make my day. My Mini-Me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios. My drive.
On the final stretch of Motoring Today, we have our public service segment.
Last week here on Public Service, we highlighted the desire of some motor vehicle owners to have a preferred ending number in their plates. This week, we will hear it from LTO Chief ASEC Edgar Galvante regarding the matter. ASEC Galvante admitted that the agency is able to accommodate some requests for as long as the details are given to LTO through the dealers beforehand. He also stressed that this is free of charge.
Gusto ko lang sanang linawin na kung may na-accommodate kami to the best of our ability, na-accommodate namin yung nagre-request for prepared ending, kung ito'y maipapadala sa LTO through the dealers nang before we can assign the number. At lilinawin ko lang po, sana wag niyo paniwalaan na may bayad po ito. Wala itong bayad.
The LTO chief also added that requests like these are being processed to the best of their ability so that vehicle owners wouldn't worry on having the same ending digit in their vehicles.
Ito'y ginagawa po natin para naman yung mapanatag ang kalooban ng mga may sasakyang sabi nila magpapare-parehong ending namin, pare-parehong hindi namin magagamit yung sasakyan sa aming official na paggamit o trabaho.
We thank ASEC Edgar Galvante for his valuable insights on the preferred ending digit in motor vehicle plates. We hope this has helped you in your concerns regarding the matter.
That's our public service segment, and may we remind you once again that if you come across any motoring issue or problem that you deem as unsafe or inimical to the general motoring public, which you would like us to highlight on this portion or to refer to the proper authorities for appropriate action, please feel free to let us know about it. Take a look at your screens for our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 32nd year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of Butch Gamboa, our dad, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring!